So today I want to talk about 3D printing and the Toronto Prop Expo and how those two things can come together really nicely. Greetings, Dave here, DCPFX. Yeah, at the desk again. So I want to do some head down stuff. So I want to talk about the Toronto Prop Expo, which is coming up in 11 days, in 10 days. August 12th, next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. My wife and I do this a lot between this and next. Anyway, not the Saturday come up, the Saturday after. So it's awesome. There's a whole bunch of people, like-minded people. It's going to be great. I love going to this. This is like, I think, my 10th year going. I got a contributor award, which you can't see on that wall. Last year, I did a video about it. But I want to talk about some things I'm doing for it because I thought I'm going to have my stuff to show off. And I've got, if you looked at my video, I have a new uniform, my engineering uniform. And I decided if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. Now, I have other things I've made already. So there is, I have another one of these. I don't know what happened to it, but this is the holographic emitter that the Doctor on Voyager wore, and it's magnetic, so I can put it right there on my shirt if I want to. But speaking of magnetic, I found a great file to make something a little bit better than I had before. I have rank pips. Let me take your head down so I can show you a little bit better. This here and these project I'm working on for Mike. This is progression of an idea in 3D designing. So what I want to do is I want to take this. Mike is concerned about these coming off. So I started with this. Let me get this in the screen on this side here. Just to protect the things from up. And then this moved into this, to this, this. This is almost there. I have another one printing. It's a little bit off. And once they're perfect, they'll sit down and they'll be awesome. And then he'll have a little more protection so these things don't pop off. And they're not talking about that today. Get this out of the way here. What I'm talking about is rank pips. So here is Captain. Obviously, you would never have that in one. Here, take this one off here. Ensign. And then you would go for lieutenant with that. Not lieutenant. Anyway, lieutenant junior grade is what it would be. So that is a full lieutenant. That on there, lieutenant commander, commander, captain, and captain. So I've made these. It's a great file from a really good designer. He's made stuff all the time. His name's Unimatrix Red. I printed some things. My Picard comm badge was that. It's such a great file because it's really simple. And let me show you here. I'll grab this two-piecer here. So, I want that. Put that over there. All it is, it's the base plate there, which just takes a 6mm magnet. This is 6mm by 2mm magnet. And now these, interestingly enough, in the file, these you need to be glued in because it's a little bit bigger. Now I could have just taken the file, printed smaller, but these here, that's just friction set. That magnet in there. Here, let me take it up top. It'll look a little bit better there. So this here is just friction fit. This, I'm not going to go to focus because I'm in focus. It sits in and it's good to go. And then this nice piece of white plastic, just because that's what I had on the printer was white. But it is nice and simple and easy. And I can just, now this is not the correct position for these, obviously. But there. Bone simple, easy. You don't have to put holes into any of your clothes. It's something that the boys at Sirius Star Trek were saying when I sent them their Desilu badges. I use magnets, and they're like, everything I get all the time, I've got to put holes in it and everything else. And these are great. Thanks, Dave. So, it's easier to do magnets than put holes in things. So, for example, well, you're going to see this, but this is the hole. It just fits into magnets so perfectly. I actually, when I did them, because I have a whole box of them. This is from my Gridfinity time, whole bunch of 6mm. I went through quite a few of them getting this together, but it just get it lined up and in, lined up and in, lined up and in. Anyway, it's kind of cool. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is, as I said in previous videos, I'm bringing these to the Prop Expo to sell. You know, I'm just going to have them because not everyone has access to 3D printer and everyone has, you know, this to do. Now, granted, I did make a set of these before using just regular rare earth magnets I painted gold, but that was a problem in itself because there's a little bit of gold in it and it's reacting to the magnets. This works so much better and they're both simple. I have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 captain sets, 3 command sets, 2 ensign sets or lieutenant sets. But yeah, I'll have some. I may not sell any. And you know, that's fine too. Bring them down. Some people have uniforms. I'll have my uniform. I think I will go with commander or lieutenant commander. I think on my new engineering uniform, I think I'll pop one of these off because I'm a commander now and I'll make it lieutenant commander. And I was joking with someone. I showed off the uniform on Facebook and they said, you've got Geordie down pat, because I had an all good things badge rather than one of these, because the all good things were nearby and these were not. So they said, well, you could be Geordie from this episode of Voyager. I said, to be fair, I have the contacts. Dude. So that may happen as well. I may do that in, well, I'm not going to wear the contacts because I don't wear contacts. I wear regular glasses and they irritate my eyes all day. So I'm not going to do that either. But it would be funny to do a video of that. Get the Geordie uniform on and put in, you know, the contacts and have fun. So anyway, that is what is going on for the Prop Expo. I was talking with Mike and John, and I just said to them in Facebook chat, messenger chat, saying, it's funny because you guys are now talking about here's who's coming. They talked yesterday about William Shakespeare. So Jacob is coming. And it's like, I said to them, as soon as you start talking about who's coming, I know it's getting close. They're like, well, we'll get to you too. Well, it's not what I was talking about. That's why I mentioned it. But anyway, it's a fun time. It's a long day. And by the end of it, I'm hoarse because I talk to everybody. My whole thing is going to be blinky props. I'll have a whole table full of blinky props, and that always gets people to stop and look. Star-Lord's coming as well. My helmet and guns are going to come because, well, why wouldn't they? So if you're going to be in the Toronto area, if you're going to be in Etobicoke on the 12th, 56 Nielsen Drive in Etobicoke, if you're in the Toronto area, it's just off of the 427 on Dundas Street, really easy to get to. For me, I'm coming from Barrie, so it's just easy. 400, 401, 427, Dundas Street, done. I've done this so often, it's just, yeah, okay, I got this. But if you're going to be in the area, if you're going to be in Toronto, come by, check it out. It's going to be a cool event. And as we had last year, it's going to have a big open area for vendors. There's some really cool vendors there last year, and there's going to be a lot of them again this year. And another chance to win, possibly, my pad and Voyager Com. And maybe even a tricorder, because I'm bringing the tricorder as well. I'm bringing that kit to have at the event as well. Well, for someone to raffle off or someone to get and buy. Well, by buying raffle tickets, they could win it. And, well, bring a few extra bucks and maybe yourself a set of rank pips. I will have Square there, so if you don't have any cash, it won't be a problem. So that is my video for today. I just want to show these off. This was actually easy to do. I knocked out most of the white backs in about an hour and a half. I just threw a whole bunch of them onto a file and let it print. And then I think I did 9 of these or 16 of these at a time and just get them done and go. Just take a little bit of sanding on top to make them nice and smooth, but as you can tell, they look pretty good. Granted, it's not in focus there. Let me just take it down there for a sec. No print lines on those babies. So they'll be available, and if I don't sell them, that's fine. I got lots of uniforms here. I can throw them all on. Sometimes I just swap the rank pips back and forth, but I could just set up a set for good and leave them. So that would be good as well. So that is the video for today. Everyone have a great day, and we'll talk to you all later.